equals 0 corresponds to the year 1975.
Okay, so when you read the question, notice the first time we read it, everybody was kind of right? So what does this mean? You need to read the question. Probably the first time you read it is just to get some key information. You're already going to know what kind of question this is. This is a linear regression. Please write this down. For part A, it's going to be a linear regression. I might make a bonus question and have another type of regression there. So a linear means what type of line? It's like a straight line, right? So basically, like I'm going to give you these here represent a bunch of points, right? And you need to find the line that goes through all of them in the best way. That's what they're like a best fit line. That's all you're doing. Now there are linear regressions. There are quadratic regressions, right? What's a quadratic? Yeah. So, and in data, in real life, you would need to find the one that works best for you. Why? Because maybe your company wants to predict how they're going to do, and a line sometimes is good for that. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it sucks, right? But this is why we would learn this. So here, another key piece of information here is that what? T equals 0 corresponds to what? 1975. That is important here. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do with this is you have your table. You label this, the years, as which one? X or Y? As X or T. Call this your X and this your Y. Okay? That's the second thing you're going to do. Why? Because when you put it in your calculator, does your calculator have T? Well, it does, but we don't normally use T. What does it have? It has X and it has Y. So when it has T equals 0, it also means what? X is equal to 0. Can we see this here? Let me zoom in here. Okay? Cool. Alrighty. So now what we're going to do is we have a bunch of data here. And okay, that's cool. Who cares? And we're going to read part A. Here we go. Let's go ahead and read it. Jimena, can you read part A for us, please, miss?
After linear regression of this data set, call your linear regression like
F of T. Excellent job. Thank you. So I need to make a what? Linear regression. So let's do that. Everybody grab a calculator. We should have enough now. Okay, let's grab one. If you don't have one, look around you. Alright. So, we're going to go to, I'm going to write this down and do it as, and put in the calculator as I do it. So first we go to where? Stat, and then what? Edit. Here. And so I'm going to start that over again here. So we're first going to go to Stat. And then we go to Edit. What is what? Doesn't matter. Okay. So we go to Stat. Hit the Stat button. And then we go to Edit. Hit Enter here. And then what we're going to do is, you see your list, L1, L2. This is your X, that's your Y. Okay, hopefully that should be pretty clear. Yes, good, excellent. So, in case you don't know, this is L1, and this is also L2, right? And hopefully, you are remembering this, right? Just like Jasenia did, right? And that's the goal, is to just kind of remember, okay? Alright. So now you see here how you got stuff here, right? On the test, somebody probably has a list here. So you go to enter, scroll up using the arrow key to your top of your list, hit clear. And then you scroll back down and it's gone. Do it again. Go to L1, hit the clear button. See the clear button? Hit it, and then scroll down and it's gone. And enter in your list here. But you're not going to enter in the following years. Why? 0. So this is really what? This is 0. So then you count. How many years from 75 to 78 is? That's 3. And now, this is where people make a mistake. Do you count from 78 to 84 or from 75 to 84?
75 to 84.
Right. So if you don't know, you can just do this in your calculator. 1 second. Here. So you go from... from 75, if you take away 84 from 75, what does that give you? That's 9, right? So that's going to be 9 here. What about here? How many years, what is that going to be? Because that's going to be 3 more years, right? 12, and then finally 90 is what? 15?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions as to how I ascertain these numbers here? Yes, question. Okay, so who can answer that? What did we do? Yes, Kristen.
Basically, we got the numbers from, the beginning, 1975, and you read the question when it said corresponds to the year 1975. So, yeah, you start from 0, and then you subtract 1975 from 78, which is 3, then 1975, 1984, and then it goes on. You get that. You should keep subtracting. Yeah.
From the initial year. Okay? So you have to do it from the initial year. Alright, so this is what your L1 is, and your L2 is as follows. So we're going to go back to stat, and we're going to go to edit, enter here, and we enter in 0. And you scroll down under L1, 3, then what? 9, 12, 15. Questions here. When you're done, hit the right arrow. Oh, sorry. Go over to L2, enter in L2. L2 is what? 82, hit down. 70, hit down. 64, 46, just kidding. Hit down. 34, and 22. 34. Alright, so now we have our list here. Alright, so in our directions, what we put stat, we hit edit, and then we go to where, and then from here we enter your what? Enter the what? What did I enter? Hold up, 1 second. I enter the list, right? In this case, the X and Y, or L1 and L2. Okay? So that's what we did. I'm just writing the steps here. On your test, please don't write this down. Just write the answer, okay? Now, from here we go to second, what? Trace. Oh, wait. Not second trace, my bad. Second stat. No. Stat again. There we go. See, it's been a while for me, too. Alright, we go to stat, and then we go to where? Calculate, and what do I want? What kind of regression? Linear regression. But you see how there's 2 of them? You see how this one is in 4? 4 is in AX plus B, right? And then there is this one here, A plus BX here. I like the AX plus B one, so we're going to go to the 4 one here. So hit enter at 4, and then just hit enter. Actually, you have to put in your list here, and your list is L1, L2. Okay? We're going to start over again, though. Ready? So, we first go to where? When we're done entering our list, we go to what? Stat. I'm going to write that down. Now we go to stat. And then after stat, we go to where? We go over to where? Calculate. We go 1 to the right. To what? Cal, right? And then what? And go down to what? Number 4. And then go to linear regression. And we hit enter. And now it's saying, okay, Roseville, I'll give you a linear regression of what? And you have to tell them what data points. Which data points? Yeah. Well, you have to give them the list, right? And what was my list? It was what? Yeah. So my list was L1 and L2, correct? Now, you have to check, because maybe yours is different, right? So not everyone has the same list. If I go to stat and I hit enter, you see how this is L1, L2? Is there someone who doesn't have L1, L2 here? Here? What do you have? L3, L4, right? So yours is going to be different. So you have to do this on the test, because I'm not going to do it for you. So I'm going to hit quit. Ready? And I'm going to put in my list. What are my list? L1, L2. So you hit second here. 1 second, Daniel. You have a question? Oh, could you share? Wait, there should be one around. If there's not, yeah, go ahead and find one. Some over there. So you hit second, and you go to. You guys see the numbers here above the numbers? You see the little L's here in blue? So mine is L1 is above 1, so I hit 1, right? Second L1, and now I need a comma, and now I'm going to go, what's my second list? L2 here, and then I hit enter. Excuse me. And then we have my equation. So, let me tell you what not to write here. Okay? In your case, Jimena, what you would put though, yours would be second L3, comma L4, right? Okay? So, you should get this one. Did anyone not get this here? Are we good? You should have got this here. So when you're done, you can't just write this stuff down. That is not the answer. You have to write down a what? A linear function, right? So it is what? Y equals, whoops. It is y equals what? Well, what is A? Yeah. A is negative 4x plus what? What is B? 82. And this is my answer. But I didn't ask you to call it y. What did I ask you to call it? F of t, right? Call this f of t. So when you're done, you can say, okay, or let's call it f of t equals negative 4t plus 82. Well, you should put it as such, though, because I asked you to write it as f of t. If you don't, I'm not going to take off points, but you really should, okay? And that's part A.